fans, welcome back to Softball 360. Right now, it's time to get to know one of the best long-haul bombers in the entire history of this thing. He's known simply as the Hitman. He's won the entire Stadium Power Tour, not once, but several times. Get to know Mr. Brett Helmer.
Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Helmer, and I swing for Team Easton.
He swings with the confidence of a man who's been there, done that, and won the championship a few times. For more than a decade, Brett Helmer's been the dominant force on the Stadium Power Tour, and he just keeps on getting better.
I'm the elder statesman, so we've been very consistent. Both Brian and I have been fortunate enough we make the finals every year as a team. We're right in the hunt every year, and that is goal number one. Get in there, win the Manufacturers Cup. Hopefully both of us qualify for the finals, and you know what, one of us wins and we split a nice prize.
Helmer and his Easton teammate Brian Wegman jumped off to a fast start. Helmer led off the 2012 season with 12 big points, and Wegs nailed 9 points at the opener of the Stadium Power Tour in San Diego.
He's Mr. Consistent. And I ain't worried about jinxing him because you can't get in that head. He's the man.
Helmer's strength is, well, his strength. He's a champion powerlifter and loves pumping iron and blasting show bombs.
You know, I was doing powerlifting contests when I was in 10th grade. I just love it. That's my passion. Lifting heavy weights and doing strength things. When you're in a sport like this where you provide all the power, I just try to be as strong as I can because I just don't have that pretty swing. Mine is so much leg driven. I just try to be as strong in the lower half as I can.
Strong only begins to describe some of Helmer's big hits last season, with Hollywood-style blockbusters at the finals at LA's famed Dodger Stadium. In New York at Citi Field, the Hitman slammed out plenty of softball souvenirs to the kids in the bleachers. The native New Yorker loves hitting in his backyard.
For all of us, we have our home field, so I would consider this or Yankee Stadium my home field. Anytime you can have family and friends around, it's pretty cool.
Helmer is comfortable in the role as an ambassador for the sport of softball. You see, Brett Helmer is much more than just a competitor.
See you at the next one. Absolutely.
Helmer's been one that's been a pretty good mentor. You know, he's a great name for the game, a great player in the game, obviously a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's the enemy because he's Captain Easton, but at the same time he's a great person. So he's kind of helped me out with some pointers for the tour and how to handle yourself, and the things that you don't really put into thought when you're going to be a long haul bomber. You figure you're just going to go hit home runs in a major league park, and there's a lot of little things that go into it to really help it be a success.
He's done so many things in the game of softball. His name's synonymous with Easton sports. It's synonymous with slow pitch softball.
It's early, but based on his strong start, the Hitman has placed himself in a great position to win another championship on the Stadium Power Tour, and he's loving every minute of it.
It's pretty cool. You know what? It's to sit here and say that it's not something special would be a lie or doing a disservice to it, because it is pretty special. It never gets old. I think that's the best part of it, is trying to explain to somebody, hey, look, there's hundreds of guys who can hit home runs out of baseball stadiums, but the number of guys who can do it, who don't get nervous while they're doing it, can represent a manufacturer very well. And if you think about, you're representing a lot of people when you do that, it is special to hit on those fields. To me, baseball stadium, Major League Baseball stadiums are the most beautiful facilities in the world. They're awesome. So to get to be on those, pretty special.
A little story about Brett Helmer. Not only is he one of the best long-haul bombers in the history of the Stadium Power Tour, but he's also a champion power lifter. One time, and this is a true story, he pulled a car out of a snowbank with his bare hands. Ask him about it next time you see him. There's plenty more softball action coming your way. Stick around.
Still ahead, a preview of the Home Run Derby at Safeco Field in Seattle.